You're about to witness one of the fastest sports in the world, with a ball traveling at speeds close to 200 miles per hour.
Sacrifice. Fearless. Passion.
You have to be a little crazy.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets. I started by using the world's best cotton called Giza. It's only grown in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. It's ultra soft and breathable, but extremely durable. My Giza sheets also include full 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. The first night you sleep on my sheets, you'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Giza Dream Sheets are available in a variety of colors. Use the promo code and Mike will give you 30% off and free shipping. That's right, 30% off and free shipping.
For the best night's sleep in the whole wide world, visit MyPillow.com.
I think one of the biggest things about Gearbox is just the quality and the reliability of their product. I know that no matter what I do, whatever product I choose, whatever racket I choose, I'm going to like it no matter what. It's something that's very comforting as a player to have a very consistent product in your hand every single practice session, match, after match. It's just really nice to have. My name is Bobby Horn. Don't make a mistake. Get yourself an M40 right now.
Right in.
Oh, that's what I mean. I got the commercials with Bobby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our first round of 16 matchups. We have the number 2 seed, Rocky Carson, taking on qualifier Carlos Keller, who's actually ranked number 15 in this particular tournament. How did they get here? Well, obviously Carson's just sitting here. And let's see if we can pull up. We got the draw sheet. Draw sheet right here. Perea, Bredenbeck, Landa, Carter, Rocky Carson. To the action on center court. Dean Bear in the booth with me, Fabio Soto. Fabio, how are you?
Very, very well, Dean. Thank you very much. Here in sunny Arizona, Arizona State University Fitness Complex. So happy to be here. Great venue, Dean.
Absolutely. Well, quick side out by Carlos Keller, and he's serving now. Interesting enough, Carlos Keller, that looked like a 2-bounce get, not called by referee. Who is the ref here? he just played Ruben Baez.
Ruben Baez from El Paso, Texas.
So we got Rocky Carson and Carlos Keller. I am bringing them up right now so we can talk about their matchups. Rocky Carson is 1-0, and the only time they played was in Cochabamba, Bolivia, at the American Edis tournament, and that was in the quarterfinals. Carson took out Carlos Keller 15-8, 15-11. I do remember that. Great passing shot right there. This is a little more comfort for Rocky Carson, Fabio, being here in Arizona. You know, state national singles was here. National doubles is here every year. So this is home more for Rocky Carson than it is for Carlos Keller.
Definitely. Rocky Carson, a multi-time singles, doubles champion, so he knows these courts really well.
He's the most decorated athlete in racquetball.
Oh, that's awesome. So he knows these courts very, very well. So it's his territory more than Carlos Keller. So Rocky Carson, another point right there.
Punches that into the corner.
Wow.
Point Carson.
And I'm sure one of our biggest fans here is online watching in the chat box.
Fran Davis.
Fran Davis.
Yeah, I just had to hang up with her. She was calling. We were getting ready to start.
So Coach Fran, welcome.
Rocky.
Wow, what a great serve deceit there by Carson. Carlos Keller. Wide angle pass. Keller gets a setup from Carson. Down the line. Keller from the back.
Nice little cross court right there by Carlos Keller.
So 0-2 in the headpan scoreboard. Want to remind everybody this is our first round of 16 matches of the day at 4 o'clock.
Like and share, like and share.
Please like our posts, share our feed.
Big plum of a setup. See, I would want him to turn around and take a forehand, but he buries it into the corner. Speaking of all of our tournaments here, our first round of 16s, let's get them out of the way. The International Racquetball Tour would like to thank all the players that participate in any sanctioned event. Special thanks go to Coach Jim Winterton, Frank Tadonio, the tournament staff, and all the employees here at the ASU Sun Devil Fitness Complex right here in Tempe, Arizona. Fabio, there's so many Arizona State racquetball volunteers here. They've been helping us all day. It's just it's a great little, it's a great place here. So far for us.
Oh, definitely. It's a fantastic venue. And listen, I'm excited because Arizona State University is a house of 52,000 students.
Yeah.
And they have a great, fantastic racquetball program. It's actually a class.
So,
Carlos Keller. Overhead shot there by Carson. Keller from the back. Carson.
Big setup.
Wow.
He loves the corners, Carlos Keller.
He loves the corners.
2-2 on the headpen scoreboard. Speaking of headpen, they're not only the scoreboard sponsor of the IRT, they're not just the official ball sponsor of the IRT, the WOR, USAR, and the LPRT. Headpen is the industry leader in all things racquetball. Check them out online today, www.head.com/racquetball. Hey, Fabio, what a serve from Carlos Keller right there.
And he just killed one on the right corner. Carlos Keller playing fantastic racquetball right there. Oh, referee calls a skip.
Rocky's like, I didn't see it skip, or I would replay it.
Referee Raul Baez. Ruben Baez.
Want to welcome everybody in the chat box. Please like our post, share our feed.
Wow, what a great pickup there by Carson. Carlos Keller in the corner again. Carlos loves that corner on the left side. Gets another kill shot right there. Good play by Keller.
I think Carlos is calling it out on himself, no?
Keller missing that shot, down the line shot. Easy shot for Carlos Keller, but he missed it.
Carson in the box.
Rocky Carson.
Oh. What a roll. What a time for a rollout.
Not a good time for one.
It's a packed house here Friday night, ASU. Interesting that he went to the forehand.
These guys two trading ceiling
Center
shots.
court.
Whoa.
Wow, what a nice miss hit right there. The other court's got De La Rosa, a hometown favorite, resides out of Gilbert, Arizona, not too far from here. He's playing our Eduardo Portilla qualifier. Another almost a perfect rollout serve, not good.
Want to remind everybody watching, the match after this one is Alejandro Landa versus Thomas Carter here on Stadium Court.
Good save right there by Carson. And another really good pickup.
Oh, Keller. Great improvisation.
Good kill shot. DTL is the winner, Fabio, after
Keller.
all that. The crowd likes it right there.
So
that was
Keller
a nice rollout.
being consistent right there.
Speaking of rollout, did you know WearRollout.com is the official apparel sponsor of the IRT? Rollout offers a complete line of IRT and other lifestyle ragable clothing. Not only is Rollout the #1 clothing company in our industry, but they also produce custom racquetball shirts for tournaments, teams, and other clients across the country. Retail or custom, WearRollout.com is the go-to source for racquetball clothing worldwide. Shop WearRollout.com today and support the official apparel, a sponsor of the IRT.
Wow, what a save there by Keller, keeping it alive. Carson again shooting. Cross court. Gets a setup right there. Keller. A little trouble.
Skip that one in.
Skip that shot.
Want to say thank you real quick to Jonathan Clay from Wear Rollout for all your support of the tour. Say hi to Bill in the chat box. Jason is in the chat box. Want to welcome everybody in there. I'm sure there's a lot of people from Bolivia in our box today, Fabio.
Oh, yeah, I want to thank Jonathan Clay for being the top sponsors of the IRT. The best apparel in racquetball. Rollout racquetball. Rocky Carson going for that C-serve. Keller, seating shot. Carson from the back. Trading blows here. Jab here, jab there. Oh, a little plum there by Keller. Carson down the line. Oh, Keller on his knees, almost got it. Vamos a dar la bienvenida a todos los bolivianos viendo a su compatriota Carlos Keller contra Rocky Carson. Carlos, que viene de número 15 contra Rocky Carson, número 2. Saludos a todos nuestros amigos en Bolivia. Good shot there. Rocky Carson. Another point on the board. Rocky Carson with a bullet to the right. Keller. From the back, Carson with a setup. Keller touching the corner right there. Kill
Great
shot.
little pinch.
Kill
Side wall,
shot.
front wall.
Oh, good shot there by Keller. Good hands by Keller. So we got an even match right now at 4 apiece. 4-4 in the headpen scoreboard. Short serve by Keller.
Oh, listen, we're tied at 4, huh?
Yeah, Keller, the Bolivian national. Wow. Point Keller. So Keller leading this match now 5-4 on the headpen scoreboard. Rocky Carson making sure the referee has the right score.
Short serve.
You know, one of the things, Dean, that I've liked about this season is that Carlos Keller has been playing all the Tier 1 events. He's a good player. You know, he'll make the tour a lot better. You know, getting his game level up.
Yeah, I mean, we got him, we have Moscoso, we got Kadim Carrasco. Unfortunately, he's injured.
Yeah, I want to wish a speedy recovery to Kadim Carrasco, definitely.
Big skip right there from Carlos Keller. Comes up with all splinters right there. Carson serving. 4 serving 5 on the headpen scoreboard. Short serve. The IRT would like to give a special thanks to Gearbox for being one of our inside industry partners. Check out all the latest and innovative equipment from Gearbox. Gearbox supports not only the sport of racquetball, but many athletes as well. Check them out online today, www.gearboxsports.com. Back to the action.
Side out there by Keller. Keller on his knees. Carson, wow.
Behind the back.
Wow. Backhand and behind the back.
In the corner.
Wow.
I knew where he was going with that. In the corner.
Wow.
In the corner.
Impressive.
Served by Keller. Great pass by Rocky Carson.
Cross court there. Good shot there by Rocky Carson. Way to get the side out.
Carson serving. Ooh. Good serve, Carson. Short serve. Carson thinks it's good. While Rocky gives an argument, want to say special thanks to My Pillow. Simply the best pillow, sheets, and mattress toppers you will ever sleep on. Proudly made in the USA. Visit mypillow.com and use the coupon code USOPEN for incredible discounts today. So My Pillow, we are still having the 30% off for them, and let's go to the action here. But I think Carlos Keller said it was good. But, you know, Rocky's got to know. The referee's going to make the call, and that's that.
Exactly.
So, once again, My Pillow is keeping that promotion code open for U.S. Open. It's 30% off. We really want to thank them for their support at the U.S. Open, and hopefully they are going to become our new partner here on the IRT. So, support those that support us. We do appreciate it.
Good pickup there by Keller. Gets set up to Carson. Keller from the back.
What a get between the legs. And another one. Nice play to the corner. Rocky did his famous. What a rally.
What a great rally. I think the best rally match so far.
Well, it is 5 serving 6 on the headpen scoreboard. Place is getting packed here for the round of 16s. Friday night action.
Both courts are packed. Stadium court and the one next to it where Daniel de la Rosa is playing Eduardo Portillo.
Yeah, usually Friday night we're into our quarterfinals. This is the round of 16s. We've got a different format this weekend. Another rollout there, served by Keller. That's short. So we're doing round of 16s tonight. Tomorrow, bright and early in the morning, we'll have our quarterfinal action right here on IRT Live.
Keller shooting that ball.
What a diving get by Carson.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a good call. Come on. He was hoping.
Yeah, he could have gone straight down the line. He could have gone straight down the line, definitely.
Another conversation with the referee. I'm not a fan of the conversation.
No, I'm not.
So back to the action here. You'll see Rocky Carson still jabbering with the referee.
I think Rocky's trying to intimidate him. I mean, he had a clear down the line shot, Carlos Keller, if he wanted to. He didn't take it. Rocky was in his way.
Yeah, as Rocky's still talking to the referee here. So here we go, back to the action. Carlos Keller.
So Carlos Keller 7-5 with that avoidable.
Keller, second serve. This little junk lob serve.
Ooh.
Ooh, diving, swing, shooting, skipping right there. So, Rocky Carson in the service box, 5 serving 7. What's your take on this match so far? I mean, we talked about before. Actually, I was bringing it up before. The only time Rocky played Carlos Keller was back in Bolivia. Rocky Carson
On the IRT Pro Tour.
the IRT.
Because internationally, I believe they have met, yet I don't know exactly their record.
Wall.
Oh.
Keller's trying to shoot from the knees and comes up with the splinters. So Rocky Carson's overall win-loss record, 574 wins, 226 losses. It is his 25th year on tour.
25th.
Carlos Keller, 6. But Keller's 18-8, pretty good record for Carlos Keller. That looked like a long
Yeah, it is.
serve.
Second serve.
It's funny, I think we talked about this, but they both debuted at 16 years old. Had their first good diving get by Keller.
Wow, Rocky.
I think that was 2 bounces. Keller called it on himself. Good call right there. 7-7.
So 7-7. Rocky ties it up once more in the headpen scoreboard.
Good diving efforts from Carlos Keller. You know, he's going to go for balls.
Definitely. Wow, good shot there by Rocky Carson to take the lead in this match at 8, serving 7.
Nice put away. Is this the first time Rocky has a lead?
Leading, yes. He's tied it up a couple times, though. Now Racquetball's Iron Man is up by 1. Rocky gives Keller a serve to his backhand. See the shot there.
Big setup. Nice diving get.
Oh.
Sliding from the knee,
Wow.
shooting and coming up splinters.
Oh, a little short there by Keller. Listen, I got to applaud Carlos Keller's effort, though.
Absolutely.
He was on it.
He's right on that ball.
Cool down. Hold it. We got a replay right there.
Yeah, but why? What was Carlos Keller, screen? I mean, it jammed him. He
Jam-
had no other option.
8.
So Carson's serving. Hashtag just a replay. Short serve. Second serve coming up from Carson. Keller going to Rocky's forehand.
Oh!
But good grab.
Broken ball, ladies
You
and
knew it was
gentlemen.
broken before. So hashtag just a replay. So hashtag just a replay. So 9 serving 7.
So Rocky up top by 2. Let's see if Racquetball's Iron Man can keep the lead and take game number 1.
Carson staring at the front wall. Drive serve. To the forehand. Beautiful. Ace.
Point there by Carson.
Very good serve. Timeout on the court by Keller. We'll take a short break ourselves right here on IRT Live. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at the Arizona Open.
Listen, Dean, what a great venue here at ASU Fitness Complex. I got to say, I've said it all weekend, Dean. Arizona has some of the best sunsets in America, and I love it here. Great environment, very sunny.
Sunny Arizona. It's also like 106. I think that was a short serve. No,
Listen,
it was pretty nice out today.
Listen, I like Arizona, but not in the summer. I'm not for the 120-degree weather thing.
Set up off the back wall. Oh, here comes a plum, about 3 feet from the front wall. Carson goes cross court for a winner. So Carson in the service box. The ball, Fabio, the ball seems to be coming off the back wall
a lot. And yeah, I agree. Oh, kill shot there by Carson. Wow.
And, you know, so it was, I mean, if the ball's coming off the back wall a lot for their passes and the pinches are also staying up, what's going to be the most effective shot? It's got to be the wide angle.
Exactly, because listen, Rocky is now taking a very good turn on this match. He's now leading 12-7. He's kept his lead and he's increased it.
He's serving well.
There you go, 13 now.
So Rocky Carson, 13 serving 7 on the head pen scoreboard. Another really good serve. Setup coming off the back wall for Carson.
Oh.
Ooh, Rocky almost had that ball. 7. That good run right there by Carson. It was tied up at 7.
So on the other court, we have Daniel De La Rosa down 10-14 versus Eduardo Portillo.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised. De La Rosa, even though, you know, he's from this area, Portillo's on the rise.
Not only on the rise, but he's thirsty. He's hungry.
Well, he's serving now for 14-10. So Rocky Carson back in the box. So this match right here, this was tied up at 7-7. So Rocky went on a 6-0 run right here. Looking to close it out with 2 more points. Send himself into game 2. So Rocky Carson, 13-7. Drive serve. Looked like a screen to me.
Referee didn't think so.
Beautiful kill shot from Rocky Carson. So we have our first game point opportunity here for Rocky Carson in the service box. 14 serving 7 on the head pen scoreboard. Packed house here, Arizona State University, Tempe, Arizona. To the corner, Keller, cross court. Rocky diving, skipping it in.
What a great effort there by Carson. Let me hand it to him because, listen, if he would have killed that shot on his knees, that would look spectacular. But Carson, Keller sides out, trying to cut Carson.
Yeah, I mean, he really he needs to serve better himself.
Oh, definitely.
You know, and whether it's, you know, right, left side, Z serves, he just needs to find something that, you know, Rocky's not going to sit on, like that serve right there.
Yeah, that was too easy for Rocky Carson.
So we have our second game point opportunity for Rocky Carson. In the service box, drive serve from Carson. I say he goes ace forehand.
Okay. I
Well,
say
he's
a
going
rally.
for it.
I'm going for a rally here.
Oh, a jam.
What a good call.
Two bounce. Keller was all over it. He readjusted really well.
You know, I gotta commend Rocky on that serve. A jam completely took Carlos Keller off his game.
It was right at him. But you know what? Then Carson had the opportunity, and Keller picked it up. Keller going to the forehand, comes up short. So still a 7-0 run here for Rocky Carson. If he holds him off, he'll serve for the third time to win game one.
Overhead shot there,
skipped it in. Good choice of serve by Carlos Keller right there.
So
Rocky getting a little too antsy, so a 7-1 run for Carson. Looking to close out game one.
So Keller on the board again, finally, after a drought. Going for that crack ace, didn't work. Short serve. Carson, overhead shot again. Keller down the line, kills the ball. What a great kill shot there by Carlos Keller. He saw Rocky behind him and back from him. He took the shot, put it in. So Keller at high Z to Rocky Carson's forehand, goes for the header. Keller skips that shot, unfortunately. That was the perfect serve there, but he could not execute. So in the other court, you got Lalo Portillo serving at 14-13 De La Rosa. And here on this court, Rocky Carson serving again for game number one. Carson. Short serve. Looks like Carson's going for that C serve. Let's see if he goes for it. Yes, he does. Keller, ceiling shot there. Rocky for a ceiling shot as well. Keller going for it. Rocky touching the ball in front. A little too much heat there from Carlos Keller. And again, Carlos avoiding the game point. So De La Rosa loses game number one versus Eduardo Portillo.
Here we are, Rocky Carson trying to finish out game number one here in Arizona.
He's had some opportunities, hasn't been able to close it in.
Keller came all the way back to take this game. That would be some.
And he has the potential to do it, Dean. He has the experience and he has the potential to do it. But Rocky has more experience and has way more potential. Wow, Keller. Listen, you got to hand it to Keller. He's putting up quite a fight here, trying to fend off Rocky Carson as much as he can. It would be a good timeout. Let's see if Coach Fran Davis agrees, because now he's in double digits. Keller destroying that ball again down the line. Now it's 11-14.
What keeps me going in racquetball is my family, everybody who supports me, and just the feel of a win at the end of a tournament is what keeps me going. That's all I need. Winning is something you just can't explain to somebody unless they've felt it before. You know all the hard work has paid off, and you've tried so hard to get to that point, and you finally do it, and it's amazing. I'm Holly Scott, I play for Gearbox, and you should too.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear, Fabio Soto, Arizona Open, right here. Arizona, Tempe, ASU.
A very wise timeout there, Dean, by Rocky Carson. Though, I think, in my opinion, he waited a little too long. He was up 14-7. Now Carlos is up at 11-14. So, you know, it's a good thing.
I think maybe at 10 I might have called the timeout. I mean, you're talking about 1 point, not that big of a deal. But let's see. Let's see if it works for Rocky Carson, and we'll see if it works for Carlos Keller. Carlos was definitely on a roll.
He is on a roll.
Great serve, but a great return. Oh, opportunity missed right there, and Carson did have not a good return right there. Like when he gave that setup, that was not good for Rocky Carson, but Keller puts it into the ground, and Carson has his third game point opportunity here. Beautiful into the front side. Here's the setup down the line. It's a backswing, to be honest. Yeah, but it was perfectly down the right. Rocky has no reason to be upset right here.
He doesn't.
I think, if anything, he got away with one right there.
Oh.
Broken strings, so we'll have an equipment timeout.
So talking about equipment timeouts, Dean, Carlos Keller has 30 seconds to change his racket.
Yeah, well, an ample amount of time. Again, we're in our round of 16, so our referees are players. So we don't have our head referee where it's a little more stringent, and that's something that we need to work on as a tour, is to get those things the same.
So Carlos Keller warming up, getting that ball. So again, Rocky Carson with his third game point. Rocky syncing up here, putting his game face on, ready to take this game. Focused and concentrated. Rocky. Drive serve. Down the line, short serve. Good option for Carson right there. I like that serve. However, it was short. Now Rocky changes to the left side. Will he go for that C-serve that he does so well? Yes, he does. Keller. And he has a great return there by Keller. That was a good option there for Carson, but it wasn't very well executed. It came off the wall a little too much.
Not a good serve.
Keller.
Not a good serve by Keller right there.
Wow. Okay.
And Rocky makes him pay. So my count got off. I had 3, and I think it was 4, but I think this is the 5th opportunity here for Rocky Carson.
It is.
My counter, I added too many numbers. I'm dealing with too many conversations, so we need to focus. Rocky Carson with a short serve right there. So for his opportunity here, let's just say that. And here we go, Rocky Carson. I'd like to see him just do a straight high lob. I don't know why he seems to need to go to the Z, but it works. And here comes the setup. Carson 36 feet down the line. Keller barely gets a racket on it.
Overhead shot there by Carson. Keller.
Good pickup by Carson. Oh, but that ball was up. Rocky had a chance for that ball.
Well, the referee doesn't seem to think so.
No replay.
Referee doesn't seem to think so. Here we go. He's going to let him have it.
And honestly, I thought Rocky had a chance to get that ball.
Listen, Rocky Carson diving to that at that speed, at that height, I think he would have gotten it. Referee doesn't seem to think so. Side out right there, Carlos Keller. Can't do nothing about it now, Dean. Good serve there by Keller. Broken ball again.
Good shot right there. So, Rocky Carson, 11 serving 14. Let everybody in Bolivia know, Fabio, what's going on here. Come on.
Pues estamos en el juego número 1 aquí entre Rocky Carson y Carlos Keller de Bolivia. Carlos Keller va abajo 11-4, pero lleva 6 puntos de juego Rocky Carson que no puede capitalizar, y Carlos teniendo una excelente defensiva, manteniendo a Rocky Carson sin ganar el primer partido. Dean Bear, everybody knows in Bolivia what's happening now.
That's good.
Carlos Keller to the serve again. He's down by 3, 11-14. Carlos, great defense he's playing right now. Short serve.
So, Keller. Good serve. Punches it into the corner. Keller, point number 12.
Wow. You know, Keller again playing great defense, but that shot right there, so calm on his feet. He just took it.
He loves those corners.
Oh, and he knew where Rocky Carson was. He knew his court position, so that's why he took that shot.
Good driving serve right there. Rocky skips that one in.
Keller with point number 13. So 13 serving 14, Dean.
Wow.
So Keller is now on a 6-point run.
Rocky's got to just keep playing.
Carson.
There you go. Carlos says, he pointed to himself, that's my fault. I get it.
Carson puts it away. Now Carson again with game point number 7.
I think it's 5. It might be 5 or 6. So Rocky Carson looking to close out game 1 finally. He changed the speed of that one, Fabio. But here comes the setup for Kelly's pinching. Oh, goes down the line.
Not a good ceiling shot there by Carson. Oh, not a good slap shot either. Fire.
Beautiful down the line. Rocky Carson takes game number 1, 15-13. We'll be back in a minute for the start of game 2 right here on IRT Live.
My name is Sebastian Fernandez. I'm 18 and I'm from Mexico. Before being part of the Reaching Your Dream Foundation, I dreamt of being in the top 50, and now I'm in the top 22, and that is because Reaching Your Dream Foundation has helped me cover my expenses for traveling and hospitality, which helps me focus on my game and allows me to travel to more tournaments that I couldn't do it by myself.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear and Fabio Soto. Fabio, so do you think that took a lot out of Rocky Carson to end that game?
Well, you know, it took him about six game points there. I'm not going to say it took a lot out of him, but, you know, mentally speaking, he had to think his shots a lot more. I like the fact that we had a really good game one. I love that. I expected nothing less from these two athletes. Let's see what happens. I think Carlos Keller was on point. He was in a 6-point run. He couldn't have it at all, but, you know, we'll see what happens.
Here we go, the start of game 2. Words of wisdom, Fabio Soto.
Okay. Le damos la bienvenida a todos los que están viendo aquí a Carlos Keller, son los amigos de Bolivia, de parte de su amigo Fabio Soto. Carlos perdiendo el primer juego 13-15, pero Carlos con una racha de 6 puntos, pudiendo haber llegado a empatar a Rocky, no lo logró, pero estuvo muy muy cerca Carlos. Esperamos que tengamos un resultado distinto para este juego y nos lleven al tercero y definitivo. Ha sido un juego muy parejo hasta el momento para todos. Keller matando esa pelota. 0-0. I'd like to welcome everybody listening in Bolivia, watching Carlos Keller in the box. We're 0-0 in game number 2 here. We had a very good first game. Hopefully we'll have a fantastic second one. Keller, second opportunity there. Keller with that seat to Carson, who goes for that overhead. So hashtag just a replay called by the referee. So 0-0 still.
0 serving 0. I think he's asking if is it first serve or not.
Keller. Shorts.
So again, Keller came back. Keller kind of came back in game 1.
He did.
And it was due to the fact that he started really serving well.
Oh, yeah, he did. He changed his game a little bit after that timeout. And listen, a 6-point run there. There you go, point. Keller. Rocky Carson very wisely getting out of the way on that one.
Interesting enough, we got Conrado Moscoso sitting down there watching. His match will be tonight at 6 p.m.
Conrado, longtime teammate of Carlos Keller, both from the Bolivian national team.
So speaking of Carlos Keller, great shot right there by Carson. Of return. Speaking of Carlos Keller and Rocky Carson, both are big supporters of the Reaching Your Dream Foundation. RYDF, their mission is to support young athletes around the world. Diving shot right there. Great serve by Carson. And he can't catch up to it. Unbelievable. What a great serve, but a better return from Carlos Keller. So back to Reaching Your Dreams. They support young athletes from around the world with needed resources to achieve success both on and off the court and to develop successful careers in sports and life. They help a lot of these athletes get, rooms here, get to here, entry fees. They do a lot of help with these athletes. Carlos Keller is a recipient of one of those. You're seeing him on tour due to the help of RYDF. So if you have it in your heart, please go to give to rydf.org. Make a donation today. Every little bit helps, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Yeah, I want to congratulate people at RIDF that work. I know some of them personally, and the work that they do is just amazing for racquetball.
Keller in the lead here, 1 serving 0.
Skip shot there.
Got to also thank, the local sponsors here of this event. You can see the court stickers are all over. We have RNA Auto in Flagstaff, Winterton Racquetball Academy, Coach Jim Winterton. He's the tournament director, the organizer. He was very instrumental in bringing the tour back to Arizona, along with the Arizona State Racquetball Association. I talked to one of their board members today. They were super excited. Phillips Plastics, Colonial Insurance, Prokenix Racquetball, Arizona State University, Bill's Pest Control, Matt Field Family presents Great Northern, Carnival.com, City Taco, which I think they're going to be giving us tacos one of these days.
Perfect.
So I'm going to be excited for that. American Motors of Denver, Colorado, and Ceramic Tile Services from Atlanta, Georgia. Those are all the local sponsors right here, as well as ours. We've been talking about them all the time. Guys, you need to support the sponsors of racquetball. That's how this sport's going to grow. Support those that support us, and we'll continue to bring you free racquetball action online on IRT Live. How's that, Fabio?
That is awesome. And Rocky Carson taking another point there. 2 serving 1 in the head pin scoreboard. Wow, what a great serve there at Carson. Keller had to go on the run for that one down the line.
Carson's really serving well.
He is.
I mean, you've seen that bullet to the left side. Keller barely dove and got it.
Listen, when you have to dive to get a serve, it's
but it was such a great return. He didn't even have to get up.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a bad return, but a good one.
So Carson leading by 2, 3-1 here on the head pen scoreboard, game number 2. Carson looking to only play 2 games in this match.
Keller's going to say, I don't think so. So back to the action here. Center court. Remember, court number 2, bonus IRT coverage. Thanks to Mel West and his equipment over there. We have bonus coverage. Portillo versus De La Rosa. Next up on this stadium championship main court here is the number 3 seed, Alex Landa, against number 14, Thomas Carter. He's the 14th ranked player in this tournament.
Wow, great shot there by Carlos Keller.
Amazing.
So 2 serving 3 in the head pen scoreboard, Keller.
Good serve right there. Oh. Carlos is thinking, where's he going with that ball? So De La Rosa just held off match point on court number 2. Portilla's up 14-10.
So Rocky Carson having a chat here with the referee. I don't know why.
We've had about 3 or 4 chats already today.
Maybe they should go drink some coffee after this one.
Oh, I don't know about coffee. Might want to get a room.
Could be.
Back to the action. Carlos Keller. So here we go.
Keller, the Bolivian national.
I like this serve, what he was giving Carson before. It was giving him trouble.
Wow, there you go.
Great cross-court pass there by Rocky Carson. So Rocky Carson serving. Oh, what a miss here by Rocky Carson.
You know, very unusual for Rocky to miss like that. So 2 serving 3 on the head pen scoreboard. Carson still up by 1.
Short serve.
Keller. That C-serve to Rocky. Wow, wide angle pass right there. Good shot. Rocky keeps it alive. Keller, round the world there. Carson from the back. Wow, kill shot.
So,
Carson.
ladies and gentlemen, on the other court, Eduardo Portillo takes out Daniel De La Rosa. What's your thoughts about that?
Well, surprised. That's the only thing I can say, surprised. But I'm happy for Portillo. You know, he's making a great effort to be here, be on the tour. And that just shows you the fruits of his labor.
So it hit the box, and I believe there is no court hinders here.
And IRT rules In IRT rules, there are no court hinders.
If there's court hinders, I'm fine with it. Then I gotta live with that too. That's not the question, is there court hinders or not? That's the question. All right, can I ask them? What's the call? Is there court hinders? All right, I get that. That's not what the rules state. So, all right, then let's just ask them. They're right there. Just all right. I get an opportunity to talk to them. I don't need you trying to bully me. So, all right, then walk out of my face and we talk to the commissioner. All right? No, I just want to talk to the commissioner. Hey, what is the rule on that?
There is no court hinders.
Thank you. Can you spell it for him too? Freaking A. I get what you're doing.
So we just had to clarify with our referee that there is
No court hinders. IRT, there are no court hinders.
Back to the action here. So once again, Portilla taking out De La Rosa on court 2.
So Eduardo Portillo advances to the next round, and he plays the winner of this match between Carlos Keller and Rocky Carson.
Portilla making a quarterfinals.
So Portillo plays tomorrow at 9 a.m. versus the winner of this match right here going on a stadium court.
So Carson serving. What a shot down the line by Carlos Keller. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Can Keller take this to a breaker, Fabio? I think
He has the potential to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So, Carlos Keller, I don't know about that serve, but it looked good. Not a good shot right there by Carlos Keller. There's the wide angle, Fabio.
Wow, what a great effort by Keller to keep this alive.
All
Whoa.
frames right there. Rocky Carson left that ball up, ladies and gentlemen, and Carlos Keller makes him pay the price.
So referee calls the score 3, serving 4 in the headpen scoreboard. Rocky Carson. Keller.
Ooh, the crack. What a nice shot right there by Rocky Carson.
So
by Carlos Keller.
So 4 serving 4 in the headpen scoreboard. Carlos Keller ties it up at 4 apiece.
Yeah, this game is going slow in the beginning, just like game 1, Fabio.
Well, we kind of predicted this was going to be an iron match, definitely, because of the game style of both of these players. Was Carlos more of a risk taker? Wow.
Wow. Nice shot right there by Rocky Carson. I can't say I didn't see it coming.
I caught him going the other way. No, we did see him from outside the court, but Carlos Keller did not. So Rocky Carson again trying to take another advantage here and trying to keep a lead. Carlos Keller tied it up at 4 apiece. Rocky. C-serve there. Keller, ceiling shot. Rocky gets a setup from the back. Keller, wow, what great control right there. Keller on his knees again.
Yeah, he does that a lot, Fabio.
Yeah, you know, it's effective. I mean, he's wearing both of the knee pads. He takes advantage of it. So,
you know, Rocky has those long knee pads as well. I haven't seen him wear them as of late that I remember. I don't know if he has them, but I do not recall.
So Keller now.
Wow. Buena bola, Rocky Carson.
Good shot there by Carson, definitely.
Great shot right there by
See,
Rocky
that
Carson.
ball was really close to the wall. It was wallpapered there, but Carson had the great court position, puts himself in the way. Carson. Drive serve down the line. Carlos, a little too much heat there.
Perfect shot. Buena bola.
A little too much heat there from Keller. Definitely. So they're exchanging blows here, dude. Back and forth, back and forth.
Like and share.
Subscribe.
YouTube. Wow. That was just a big miss.
Big foul. Rocky Carson. Oh, Keller. Swing and a miss. Carson gets a point. So Keller.
Another equipment timeout there by Carlos Keller.
So I want to remind everybody, on the other court, we're going to start the match between Jake Bredenbeck and Andre Parrilla.
Yeah, that's a nice little match between like a hard hitter like Jake and someone who can mix it up like Andre Parrilla.
I'm going to call it the strong one versus the intelligent one.
Well, I don't know. Andre's not that intelligent.
I think so. I think he's one of the best.
No.
I think he's one of the most intelligent players on the tour.
It is time for Jake to start to make a move as well.
It is. I just like the fact that, like you said, he mixes it up. Talking about Andre Parrilla, I think he's one of the most intelligent players on the tour here. He does a lot with little. I like that. Carson, great serve right there. Oh, a little too high. He had a good opportunity right there, could not take advantage of it. He knows it. He had Keller behind him. That splash shot was just too high. Keller picked it up easily, got the side out. Keller in the box. Drive serve and rocket to the right, short serve.
Carlos Keller, 4. Rocky Carson, 6 on the head scoreboard.
Whoa.
Perfect buena bola down the line. 5-6 Keller. Speaking of Head Pen, not only the scoreboard sponsor, but also the official ball of the IRT. Head Pen is the industry leader in all things racquetball. Check them out online today, www.head.com/racquetball. We got 4 round of 16 matches here tonight. It's going to be a good one, ladies and gentlemen. You might want to stick around for that. Oh, Rocky picked it up but skipped it in. Carlos Keller, 6-6 on the Head Pen scoreboard. Once again, next up on this court is Alex Landa, Thomas Carter.
Oh, skip shot there by Carlos Keller. He knew he missed.
Rocky Carson back in the service box. Good serve, skipped it in, Keller.
Now Rocky back on top by 1, 7-6 in the Head Pen scoreboard. Rocky retaking this lead. So we're midway into this game number 2. Short.
Want to once again welcome everybody in the chat box. Please like our post and share our feed. Please, ladies and gentlemen. Punch into the corner there by Keller.
Keller, big fan of those corners, and he manages them really, really well.
You know, he really does.
Down the line, Carson. What an
Perfect.
effective return of serve.
Coach Fran Davis is liking that. Check her out online, www.frandavisracquetball.com. I want to thank Fran Davis for that interview she gave with the IRT in our U.S. Open preview show. Sealing ball there. Keller going bottom board, splinters. I'll tell you, the last 2 points, I'm looking at, different body language from Carlos Keller. And I'm not saying that he's mailing it in, but I just see Carson taking a step forward and Keller taking a step back here.
I'm seeing him.
This is the moment right here.
I'm seeing him a little agitated. He's breathing a little bit heavier, definitely. But he's still in it. He's only down by 2.
Yeah, I get that you say he's still in it, but I'm just saying his body language is looking like he's checking himself out. And I don't like that.
I agree with you, though. Carson, set up from the back. Keller, skip shot right there again. Another point by Rocky Carson, who's very slowly creeping away from Keller. Keller asks for a timeout.
Yep, timeout on the court. Carlos Keller take a timeout. We'll take a short break. Oh, no, let's stay right here because we're going to see these players. Let's not take a break as Carlos Keller is down there with his countryman, Conrado Moscoso. Right there, you can see them talking. I'm sure he's saying, don't skip the ball. What do you think he's saying? You might be able to read his lips.
Well,
huh?
I'm pretty sure he's saying, hey, man, let's finish this job and let's go have dinner a little bit later. Go win this match.
And interesting enough, because someone might say, hey, you know what? Conrado Moscoso is sitting there in the corner for Carlos Keller, and Conrado Moscoso's got a round of 16 match of his own in 2 hours.
Exactly.
And he's here, and that just goes to show you the camaraderie they have between, I guess it's kind of like the 4 of them. It's Moscoso, both Kellers, and Kadim Carrasco.
Yes, of
They're
course.
all pretty,
They're
friendly and very tight-knit. They're traveling from another country.
Just like the Colombian team, for example.
And Rocky Carson was on the phone
with Coach Fran Davis.
He was calling.
Yep, we all know who he was calling.
Coach Fran Davis. Fran was definitely saying, hey, stop skipping.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that was a good non-timeout. I mean, timeout for them, but not a timeout for us.
No.
But
well, listen, Carson is 3 points away from Keller now. He's getting a more comfortable lead each time. Let's see if this timeout for Keller works for him at all. Carson.
Set up Carson.
Wow.
Not a good timeout for Carlos Keller.
Puts it away. See, Carson, this is what I like. If there's someone who creates opportunities for himself, is Rocky Carson. So he did so right there, got a point. Now he's 4 points away from Keller and 5 away from this match.
Nice shot right there by Keller with a kill shot. Round of 16 action. Carlos Keller, Rocky Carson. Our first quarterfinalist already, Eduardo Portillo.
Oh, Carson.
That's the second time he hit him. So Carlos Keller. Second serve coming up.
Overhead shot by Carson. Keller waits for the back.
That was
Escape
a
shot.
great overhand. It looked like a bad shot, right?
It did look like it, but listen, he got a good shot right there, and it obligated Keller to go to the back. He skipped it.
But, what you want for Carlos Keller needs to attack. And a great serve there by Carson as well. Right into the corner there for a winner.
Chicken dinner.
Buena bola, Carlos Keller. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 6 serving 10. Carson, 5 points away from sending himself into the quarterfinals. What a shot right there by Carson. Keller can't catch up to that one. Back in the box. 10 serving 6 on the headband scoreboard. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please support all of our partners. Gearbox, www.gearboxsports.com, wearrollout.com, Head Pen, not only the scoreboard sponsor, but the industry leader in all things racquetball, head.com/racquetball. Carson. Good back there. This is a tough one off the back wall. Carson buries it down the line. Punto.
Punto Carson.
Punto Carson. 11. 6. Sirviendo 6.
11 sirviendo 6.
Sirviendo.
Ajá.
Sirviendo.
Sirviendo 6.
11 sirviendo 6. Carson serving. Another really good serve. Oh, that came off the back and hit Carlos Keller.
Another point there by Rocky Carson, who's now 6 points away and has a more commanding lead now.
Yeah, he's 3 points away from sending himself into the corners. 12 sirviendo.
A 6.
A 6. Carson serving. That looked like it was a skip to me, but it was a sidewall, front wall. Referee Ruben Baez called it good. So, ladies and gentlemen, Keller, drive serve to the forehand, short serve. Once again, next up on this court, Alex Landa, Thomas Carter. Good pickup right there by Carlos Keller.
Wow.
Beautiful down the line, DT.
Textbook down the line there by Carson.
Textbook Fran Davis. Wow. Beautiful shot right there. Thomas Carter getting himself ready, thinking Rocky Carson's taking this in 2. He may be right, but he may be wrong. Beautiful serve to the forehand. Carlos. Ooh, Rocky went for the pinch. Keller went down the line. Keller taking a little page out of Rocky Carson's textbook. Ooh, what a good serve, but a good pickup by Carson. Oh, what a pinch right to Carson.
Oh.
Wow. Carson read that one in yesterday's newspaper, but it was a buena bola, flatalicious by Carlos Keller.
Carlos getting the board once more, cutting that streak that Rocky Carson had. Now Keller.
Wow, good rally right there by Keller. Not a good return by Carson. 8 sirviendo 12.
¿Es correcto? 8 sirviendo 12.
Oh my God, I'm never speaking Spanish again. That's it.
Close it.
I'm done.
Close it. You're done.
Drop the mic.
Yeah, I'll stick a fork in you. You're done.
That's the first time I said it without stuttering.
Exactly.
progress,
You're,
Fabio.
you're getting
progress.
there. You're getting there. Carlos Keller to the serve again.
What a pickup here, Carson. Down the line, a little too high. Keller's right there. Good pickup off the back wall. Carson slows it down.
Change of pace there to the right side of the court. Keller touching the corner right there. Keller from the back. Oh,
skipped it in.
Shot. Wow. It was a skip shot right there by Keller. Great effort, though, I got to admit. Good rally so far.
Once again, everybody in the chat box, please like our post and share our feed. Rocky Carson getting ready here. 12 serves 8 on the Head Pen scoreboard right here in the round of 16s at ASU, Arizona State University. I don't know if that skipped.
Oh.
Referee called it good. Well, called it a non-skip. Called it a short serve.
Well, the referee, again, has a better vantage point than we do.
Yeah, we're up top. That's an easier call when you're, eye level. We're broadcasting from above a little bit. Good sidewall, front wall kill by Rocky Carson. So as you guys can see, this court is two-sided glass, and there's also some stadium seats down low, and then there's almost like a little balcony halfway up. We're kind of right above the door. What a beautiful drive serve by Carson.
Wow.
Excellent rally by Rocky Carson. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We have our first match point opportunity for Rocky Carson to send himself into the quarterfinals here.
Carson, drive serving. Keller.
Diving, yeah.
Oh, skip
trying
shot.
to do too much, ladies and gentlemen.
Rocky Carson defeating Carlos Keller 15-13, 15-8. Dean.
Yeah, I mean, that was a great match. That was a really good match. Carlos Keller had some, tough stuff going on right there. I'm going to make my way down and get an interview with Rocky Carson. Why don't you talk about what's coming up next, and then we'll come back with Rocky Carson. Fabio, take it away.
So, great effort there. I want to congratulate Carlos Keller for putting up quite a fight. He's getting better against Rocky Carson. So, he takes, this opportunity to have a better shot at Carson the next time. So Rocky Carson will face Eduardo Portillo tomorrow at 9 a.m. local time, which is Pacific time. And on the other court right now, we have Andre Parrilla versus Jake Bredenbeck. So I want to remind everybody that Rocky Carson advances to the quarterfinals and Eduardo Portillo as well. After this match, we have now Thomas Carter warming up, and he will play Alejandro Landa, the number 3 seed. After that match, Alvaro Beltran will play against Robert Collins. And the final match of the evening of the round of 16s will be Kane Wazelenchuk versus Andres Acuña. We're about to take it away to Dean Baer, who's going to interview Rocky Carson. We want to thank everybody listening, everybody watching. Please like our posts, share our feed. Make sure everybody is listening to him. A todos los bolivianos que acaban de ver ese partido, queremos felicitar a Carlos Keller por dar un excelente encuentro contra Rocky Carson. Cada vez va mejorando más contra este rival que ya se está convirtiendo con él. Es la segunda vez que se ven aquí en el IRT. Carlos Keller pierde 13-15, 8-15, dando una excelente pelea y un gran partido. El siguiente partido para esta tarde es Alejandro Landa contra Tomás Carter.
up. Mic up. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Dean Bear, courtside, Rocky Carson. Rocky, wow, you pulled that one out, huh? How'd that feel?
You know, any win feels good, I'll tell you. You know, congrats to Carlos for getting there. But, you know, it's not easy to get to the 16s these days. These are tough draws. It wasn't easy for me to get through that one either. I felt good, and he's just shooting really good. You know, it reminds me of a young Alvaro.
Wow, that's a pretty compliment calling him Alvaro Beltran. So the last time you played him was back in Bolivia, and you won in 2. Different altitude here. That was kind of his court. This is your court. I mean, you've played here. You won national champs here, national doubles champs here.
Right.
You kind of feel good at this venue, don't you?
Yeah, you know what? I think all of us guys, we're starting to get into midseason form. We're starting to feel pretty comfortable, especially on these courts. You know, these are consistent courts. Every once in a while, this right wall will mess with it in the back corners, but overall, I think probably most of the guys are feeling pretty good these days.
So, Rocky, talk to me a little bit about your serve today, because I'm telling you, from up there, I did not want to beat Carlos Keller. There were bullets in here. I mean, he was diving just to make a return. He had that one where he dove, and that ball died here. That must have been a little disheartening. But you're serving really well here. Is it the courts? Is it just, you know, again, like you said, mid-season form? Is it Coach Fran Davis?
Yeah, definitely, Coach. Yeah, she yells at me to get on the court, hit a lot of serves and stuff. I think my arm can only handle so much, right? But I feel good. I feel comfortable. You know, I feel strong. I felt strong all season. Tried to throw on about 5 pounds in the off season to now, and I think it's probably made a little bit of a difference.
Talk a little bit about training. What do you do in between tournaments? I know, like, next week we have another tournament in L.A. So after this tournament, would you do any other training, or would you just wait to L.A.?
Yeah, you know, most of my training's off the court. It's you know, it's a lot of it's in the gym and the weight floor, trying to focus on keeping my body healthy and strong and explosive. I can't get on the court a ton these days after 20 years of pro ball. You know, it can only take so much racquetball. But and you know, for my cardio, I'll surf a ton. You know, it's some of the best cardio I've ever had.
Wow, I got to try that one. Okay, so next up, quarterfinals tomorrow, bright and early in the morning. Did you see who your opponent is yet?
I haven't even looked.
Eduardo Portillo took
Oh,
out
wow.
De La Rosa in 2.
You know what? It doesn't surprise me. Not that somebody beat Daniel, because I mean Daniel can play at the top of the game at the history of the game. I mean, when he's playing good ball, it's amazing. But the depth of our tour right now, I think, is more than it's ever been. I mean, with the quality of play. And unfortunately, a lot of the people at home, at least in America, they don't even know half these guys. They're going to soon.
They're starting to. Well, speaking of guys like Eduardo Portillo, I mean, he's supported by RYDF. Yeah. Can you let some of the fans at home know about what RYDF does for not only the tour, not only for you, but these young players that are out there?
Right. Well, you know what? It's an honor to be able to play racquetball for a living, and it's been a dream of mine my whole life, and I've been able to do this for 20 years. But there's only a handful of guys that can really do that and make a living. And the RYDF is because of you guys at home that allow a lot of the pros to get on tour and get started. And so, you know, if you guys have any ambition to, you know, get involved and support racquetball, it's a great way to support the players, to get them out on the courts and stuff. So reachingyourdreamfoundation.org, and you guys can donate there. It's a nonprofit organization that supports a lot of young pros.
Very good, Rocky Carson. Well, we'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early. You better go get some rest. Yeah. So next up on this cart, Thomas Carter, Alex Landa. Back to the booth, Fabio Soto.
Thank you very much, Dean. And just want to remind everybody this match right now underway that we follow will be Alejandro Landa versus Thomas Carter, our second round of 16 match. I want to thank everybody watching at home, and we'll be back shortly here on IRT Live.